Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Berlin and I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different video than I would normally do today. Today I'm just going to sit here and chat with you. Bretman Rock spoke about being queer yesterday, kind of in one of his IG stories. I say spoke about being queer, but it was more like he spoke about one specific little experience, and I'm going to be speaking about some of mine afterwards. So, roll the clip.
So, I was out and about in the store today, looking all cute and shit, bitch, you know the drill. And this masculine man, like really big, came up to me. He was like, "Where's your shirt from?" Like, I'm like, "It's from Nike," but then I had to like, watch myself because I was like, it's from Nike. And then I was like, oh my gosh, like, how do I tell him this is a woman's shirt and that it's a leotard? Like, how do you tell a fucking straight man that he's asking for a woman's shirt? You know? So yeah, I did get it from Nike, but I also did not mean to say Nike. I did not mean to sound like that. I just didn't want to, tell him that it's a woman's shirt.
Being queer, even in 2020, still has its own set of challenges, and that's something that I kind of want to highlight on my channel sometimes. So, let's get into it. Recently, over the last few months, there's been quite a lot of drama with the beauty community and also the drama community, commentary community. And I've kind of, I'm only a tiny channel, so I'm kind of outside all of that, but also do make videos to do with that stuff. So I just thought it was important to come and chat and say my bit. Now, some people have been trying to get me to talk about topics that I sometimes haven't wanted to talk about, especially like surrounding the whole James Charles allegations and things like that. And I feel like I should say, I think some people who have seen my channel before probably already know that the reason I am uncomfortable talking about allegations of sexual assault and things of that nature is because I've been assaulted, I've been raped myself. So for me, those topics, when they come up, although I dived into it with the Dovey Vanity thing a little bit, started making a few videos on that, when those topics come up, they are triggering for me, and I shouldn't have made videos on it, but I did, and that's my part. That's me taking responsibility for the fact that I did make some videos on that where I probably shouldn't have. But at the time, I didn't realise it would trigger me so much. When I started making those videos, I didn't realise that it would upset me. And as I got into it, it did. So I decided to stop making those videos. Now, some people were kind of like, oh, well, now if you're not doing those videos, you're not helping the cause, stuff like that. Which, yeah, I can see their point. But also, I started to feel pressured or bullied into speaking about that topic when I had decided to like distance myself from it, if that makes any sense. So I decided not to make videos about that topic anymore for the reason that I've told you. And some people in the drama commentary community, like I said, kind of wanted to push me to do it, to keep speaking on it. And I kind of removed myself from the situation. As I said, I didn't really want to speak about it, but I understand if that pissed people off. I removed myself from that for my own good, but the whole reason that I'd started making videos on it in the first place and started talking about it in the first place was because of my experiences, particularly like the experiences that I've had either as a young person or as I've gotten older. I've had experiences like in nightclubs, because I look like this when I go to nightclubs. And something that I think it's really important to talk about today is I've been out at queer nightclubs before because, yes, I'm pansexual, I identify as non-binary, so I'm a queer person, right? And I think it's important in queer culture to talk about this because I feel like this gets brushed under the rug a lot, and I really feel like I should share an experience with you guys. So I want to do this now. And what had happened with me was one night in a queer venue, I was just, you know, dancing with another friend, whatever, you know. This was a queer venue, bear in mind, that I'd been going to for quite some time, like a couple of years, and I felt safe there mostly. You know, I never really had a problem there or anything, but one night there, a guy looked at me as I was going to the bar to get a drink. He looked at me and he took his hand and stuffed it down his trousers, like onto his dick. He had such a tight grip on my wrist that I couldn't push him off me, basically. I couldn't get my hands free. And yeah, okay, it wasn't that long, that experience, you know, it was a couple of minutes, you know, but it was enough to re-traumatize me about experiences that had happened when I was like 14 and 12 and things like that. So it re-traumatized me from past trauma. And then I started to kind of withdraw, break down a little bit. But the other thing that I want to mention is, at the time when that happened, there were only 2 people who believed me. One was a drag queen friend or acquaintance. Another was, you know, an AFAB queen friend. And those were the only 2 people who believed me. On the night when it happened, I had told a member of the bar staff what had gone on, a female member of bar staff, and it just got brushed off. And the guy who did that to me was just still there in the venue. Nobody did anything to him, nobody removed him, nothing. But the reason why I bring this up is because as a queer person who presents kind of outwardly female, I guess you'd say, it's about safety. And when I saw the Dahvie Vanity topic with Dahvie Vanity, Jeffree Star, the allegations, all of that, when I saw that, it took me back to that place of feeling, I don't want to say like a victim, but to feeling kind of like disappointed in someone that I looked up to, in Jeffree Star, and also kind of worried for people if it is the case that Dahvie Vanity is still out there right now behaving in that way, trying to lure young girls in, etc. Which, if you follow the Dahvie Vanity case at all, it's a mess. It is a whole mess. There's so much there, I don't even know where to begin. But also, I don't know how much truth there is in any of it. So I got mixed up in it somehow, and I was kind of a bit traumatized. So I just wanted to come and clear that up. But what I wanted to say was, if you go out, particularly if you're a queer femme presenting person and you go out and somebody does something like that to you that you don't want them to do, then you're well within your rights to push them off you. You're well within your rights to go and tell somebody, tell the police, tell the management at the venue. But also, I wanted to bring it up because of victim shaming, victim blaming, because some people, when it happened to me, blamed me. Oh, you should have told someone. Well, I did tell someone. I told the lady at the bar staff. And I wasn't the only person to have an experience like that in that venue. That venue has since closed down. But the way that I was treated, I felt it wasn't okay. It's never okay to just brush off someone's allegations of, you know, sexual assault, basically. It's never okay to just ignore someone when they speak out about it. And the reason that I speak out about it is because it's happened to me. And I speak out about it because I don't want it to happen to anybody else, if it doesn't have to. And if Dovey Vanity is out there doing things to these girls, then he does need to be stopped. But I don't know if it's true or not. And my mistake was inserting myself into that topic. I take full responsibility for that, absolutely. But also what's not okay is to pressure people into speaking on things that they decide they don't want to speak about. You know, it's not really okay to manipulate people or pressure people into speaking on topics that they don't want to talk about. Again, this is something I want to talk about because I asked somebody to talk about something and I had good intentions, but maybe it didn't come off like that, or maybe that got lost in the sauce. But I had good intentions. I wasn't meaning any ill will to anyone or anything when I asked this person to speak out about it or to address it. I really didn't mean any harm or have any ill will towards that person at all. And for that, I'm really sorry. You know, genuinely, I'm really, really sorry for that. Because that person has been nothing but supportive to me, really, from afar. And I owe that person an apology. So this is my apology to that person for me inserting myself in that when I probably shouldn't have. Now, although I say that, I do still think it's so important to speak up about sexual abuse and sexual violence when it's non-consensual, like for the reasons that I've given, because it's happened to me and I don't want it to happen to other people. Maybe, yes, the internet is not the right place for that, but sometimes I understand that maybe the internet is the best option, maybe, to get things out there quickly. And I don't want to get in anyone's way or stop anyone's bag or anything, whatever anyone's doing, whatever anyone's reason for making those kind of videos is. I don't want to stand in anyone's way. But yeah, going forward, I'm not going to speak on that kind of topic because it really does trigger me. So what I'm trying to say here is I've learned from that. And I've also been very lucky that from afar, some people have been really, really supportive to me. Because for a long time, I haven't loved myself. But these people have taught me to love myself. Every little bit of myself. And there's something that I need to do for me. I am just going to put a little bit of a trigger warning in here before I go any further, because I do get into a little bit about self-harm and a little bit about my experiences. So if you don't want to hear that, if you don't want to know about any of that, then you can exit here. For the times that I've been assaulted, raped, cut myself, whatever, for all the things that my body has been through at the hands of other people and myself, I've not been kind to myself, you know, and now I'm in a position where I'm like finally starting to feel confident in my own skin. Yes, I wobble. Yes, I have bad days, but it's okay, you know. And some people have kind of got something on me that they've been holding over me. Not in a negative way, really, but they've got something on me that they might well put out. So before they do, I'm going to. So that I can be in control of it. So that I can be in the driving seat of my life. So I'm going to share something with you. This is my body. All of it. Now, see that? My massive cock. I'm not ashamed of who I am. You know, I'm here, I'm queer. This is me. This is what you get with me. And I'm proud of myself because I've been afraid for so long to admit things to myself. I've been afraid to show people my body, me. I've been afraid to come on YouTube and talk about things that have happened to me. But guess what, guys? I am not afraid anymore. And I'm not going to be in fear of anything bad happening to me. And I'm not going to be in fear of anyone leaking something about me or anything like that. And I've apologised for the wrong that I've done. I'm taking responsibility for it. So going forward, you're probably going to see a bit of a happier, more positive me. I hope so. Anyway, still the same old messy wigs, you know, and bad makeup, but this is me and this is who I am and I love myself. So with that, I hope I haven't offended anyone. I hope everyone can accept my apology, and I hope everyone is doing okay, staying safe, staying well. So it's just me, my phone, you guys. We're going to be Gucci, okay? We're going to be spilling tea, we're going to be doing makeup. It's me. This is going to be my escape, my home. Queer as fuck, anything goes. Enjoy the ride. And on that note, I am going to say goodbye now. So I will see you on the next one. Mwah. Bye, guys.